Welcome to Two Idiots Who Don't Know Nothing. My name is Kyle.
My name is Keith.
Come on a journey with us for some fun. Although, keep in mind, for two idiots who don't know nothing, we sure do some research.
Alright. Well, our first segment for our opening podcast is Know Your Idiots. This is where we actually tell you about ourselves. Kyle, would you like to start us?
Oh, you can go ahead, Keith.
Okay. Well, my name is Keith. I'm from Newton, Iowa. Well, this is the first time doing a podcast, so fairly new to this. Well, besides now being a podcaster, I'm also on Twitch as a video game streamer. Also full-time security guard, and as of right now, part-time HUN actor. Kyle.
Well, I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. I'm a father of two, got a beautiful girlfriend who's listening right now. I'm also a member advocate with an insurance company. And I'm also a part-time HUN actor. And I also have a Twitch that does the paranormal investigations.
Yeah.
And that's strictly just now paranormal investigations for the team.
There you go. I was going to say. So our first normal segment is called 1 Week in 2 Minutes, where we each have 2 minutes to talk about our weeks, whether it was life, work, good stuff, bad stuff, great things, bunch of horse shit. You decide. But anyway, I think I'll start with this one. So, I mean, it was a bit of a rough week this week because, well, at the end of last week we had to bury my great-grandma on Thursday. That was a rough day. Been on overtime all week this week, and that is a doozy. Believe
I just
me.
gotta say, they need to quit taxing overtime.
Yes!
And we just need to get straight
Agreed.
money, you know?
Totally. Because, I mean, hell, I didn't get off till almost 1 o'clock this morning. And it's like, you know what? Fuck it. No sleep, podcast in the morning. Fuck this shit. Alright, Kyle, would you like to talk about your week?
My week was okay, actually. It was more of dealing with bullshit from providers.
Yeah.
And then playing dumb and acting like they didn't know what insurance was. So that was great, you know.
It's always great.
But yeah, so my week wasn't really all that bad, to be honest. I don't really have anything to complain about.
I was going to say, most people have a lot of things to complain about when it comes to their weeks, because, I mean, come on.
My week wasn't bullshit, though. That's my thing.
For once.
For once.
For once, it wasn't bullshit.
For once.
Alright. So, I think we pretty much summed it up in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, we did.
I would have to say. Alright, so we're going to now jump into topic of the week, which we have decided to call world events this week.
World events.
Yes, world events.
It sounds fitting for, 2020 it was the coronavirus.
Yeah. 2021,
it was kind of, still the coronavirus. And then 2022 hit and it was like, boom, World War III. No?
I know, right? I was saying, how are you feeling about this so-called World War III now between
Ukraine and Russia? If you ask me, so with the whole thing that's going on right now, with Ukraine, with Russia, we've known this is going to be happening for how many years now?
Yeah, true.
13 years we've been knowing this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And we haven't, and NATO hasn't done anything. Russia just kept saying, oh, we're just doing strategy.
Yeah.
We're just doing strategy stuff, just keeping our military guys exercise, And to come to find out, the Russian government was even lying to the military, and the military didn't know that they were going to be invading Russia or Ukraine.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't know.
It's, yeah.
I was gonna say, most of the time, I mean, I try to keep up on military actions because with me being, a veteran, I mean, it's kind of hard not to, And, I mean, as soon as I found out that Ukraine was getting invaded by Russia, and it's like, really, this is how we're going to start World War III? Russia's going to begin this? I figured we would have at least got some sort of notification saying, hey, guess what? We're going to war. Nope. Nothing.
Well, if you think about it, in World War II and World War I, Germany invaded what? Poland, right next to Ukraine.
Yeah, true.
And back then, Ukraine was a part of Russia. I believe, if my history is right. But I did find out this week that the Ukrainian farmers that were stealing the Russian tanks, they do not have to claim them on the taxes this year. The President Zelensky said he does not have to do that.
Perfect. I was gonna say, let's see here. Going through my notes here. Yeah, on Monday, I noticed that they had about 200 orphan kids get evacuated to Poland.
Yep.
From Ukraine.
And did you hear about that one kid that he traveled miles and miles? I think the news segment said that he traveled like 60 miles or something like that, or 100 some odd miles to get back to his family in Poland.
I did not hear about that. Huh. I was gonna say, did you also hear China could also potentially become an ally to the Ukraine? I found this out on Tuesday because it was during a virtual call with Germany, France, and the EU, and China said they were going to stay in contact with them regarding the challenge against the current, what they call ally between them and Russia. So that's why China is kind of in talks with the EU right now, is because they don't want to have to deal with Russia. They want to try to help defend against it.
Well, that's the thing, though, because China, if they form an alliance with Russia, right? U.S. has already put in how many sanctions on Russia?
Oh yeah, no joke.
If China gets involved in that, can you imagine their business that they're going to lose from not only the U.S. but other NATO countries?
Oh yeah, it's going to be insane.
It's ridiculous. So when it first started, Taiwan was reporting seeing China planes in their territory.
Yeah.
So that's when we started thinking, okay, China is going to start in with Russia. They're going to invade Taiwan, and it's going to be a true World War III, and we're going to get pulled into the mix because, fucking Biden,
Yeah, I feel that.
But it makes sense, though. It really does. If China helps Ukraine, but China can't really step foot into Ukraine because China is also NATO. So that way, they protect their goods. They protect what they're selling to us. They're trading with us still. Which, in my mind, we're still getting raped out of that.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother segment.
I was gonna say, the maternity and children's hospital that ended up trapping over hundreds of people inside just because the Russians decided to drop an airstrike on it.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, that happened late Tuesday, early Wednesday, I want to say. And the Ukrainian president is trying to get the U.S. to establish a no-fly zone over the Ukraine right now. But yet we're refusing because we do not want to have more allied countries get involved between us and Russia. Which makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
You're pretty much already trying to begin to drag us into a war that we really don't have anything to do with.
Well, I did hear that, I think it was, I forget what country it was, but they were going to sell us their planes, and then we were supposed to send them over to Ukraine to help out. And if that happens, we join the war. And that's the last thing this country needs right now. We still have a war going on in Iraq.
Oh, I know. I was going to say Germany was actually sending planes and weapons over to Ukraine.
Yeah, so are we. We're still sending weapons and all that too. But we can't step foot. NATO's saying that no NATO country can step foot in Ukraine, or it's going to cause a World War III. Yeah. But if you ask me, Russia, they can't stand every NATO country. And if other NATO countries join with Russia, then they break off with a pack, and then it's going to be a true World War III. And who knows? In this day and age, it could come up nuclear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll say, speaking of nuclear, North Korea, they have deployed a new intercontinental ballistic missile. And it's really concerning the U.S. because Kim Jong-un is stating that the launch of new-style recon satellites here in the near future to provide real-time information on the U.S. and allied military actions using the same band ballistic tech as it is in the ICBM.
Really?
Yes. that came up on Thursday this week.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought we were already on good terms when Trump went over, when Trump was still in office, because go Trump. Go Trump! That's all I gotta say. But, yeah, I thought we were in good terms with North Korea, but now we got fucking Biden. Kim Jong-un is now launching satellites to get his live feed on what we're doing. So it kind of makes me wonder, did Kim Jong-un lie to Trump, or is he just doing it to get Trump back?
So let's rewind back to Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda basically put out a video stating that they won't mess and they won't lie with Republican side of the U.S. politics. But with the Democrat side, they said they can get away with anything they want. Terrorists will get away with anything they want. Dictators will get away with anything they want. Because a Democrat will let them walk all over them. You get over to the Republican side, when a Republican says something, they mean it. They're really going to do it.
Yep.
And I think George Bush proved that. And that's when Al-Qaeda says, whoa, we're not going to do that anymore when Republicans in office. And when Trump was in office, Kim Jong-un realized that Trump, everything he said he would do, he was doing, and it was shaking the politics in the Congress boots so hard that they were scared of him. Because he was going to start bringing out the lies. He was going to start bringing out everything that they made. He was going to, I mean, he was doing it. You know? So, Kim Jong-un did not lie to Trump. Okay?
Okay.
He is lying to the other side of the politics. Right? I stay neutral when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
But when you start seeing facts of what's going on in this day and age and what Biden has done in the last year, what he's done to Trump's 4 years of what he did.
Yeah.
It's absolutely mind-boggling.
Yeah, to me, I mean, don't get me wrong, I grew up with a Democratic family. Do I have sides with Republicans? Oh yeah, I can see their views clearly. Am I a Democrat? Personally, I don't really fall on either side. Like with you, I'm neutral.
To me, I'm a constitutionalist. Okay? I believe if we get back to the roots of the Constitution, we will be just fine. But I'm also on a conservative side. I can see the conservative side. So I'm in that mix, but I still say we're fucked. Either Republican or Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get a constitutionalist in there. Let's get a conservative in there. Let's get a third-party member in the office and see what they actually do. Let's take Gary Johnson, for example.
Ooh.
He wanted to legalize weed. That was his main slogan.
Yes!
He was a one vote away from actually getting to that number 2 spot to fight.
God. Yeah, that would have been a sight to see.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. That would have been American history right there.
Oh yeah, no joke. So let's see here. ISIS leader. Don't get me wrong, I might actually butcher this, but Abu Ibrahim al-Hashemi al-Qurashi? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that thing. ISIS announced that it was a kill confirmed after a U.S. Special Forces raid in northern Syria on his compound in the earlier part of February.
Okay.
But it wasn't confirmed by ISIS until the 10th, which would have been Thursday.
March 10th or February 10th?
March 10th is when ISIS confirmed it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, to this day, we are still dealing with fucking ISIS.
Well, here's the thing. When Biden... We only got 49 seconds left, and I promise, guys, we'll do a part 2 here. But when we distinguished ISIS, and then Biden pulled us out, they reformed. And that's what's always going to happen. You know? That's always going to happen when we pull out of somewhere. The terror attacks are going to pop right back up.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I can always see it.
I can always see it, too.
So, let's see, we got about, 15 seconds?
15 seconds left of this segment. I promise we'll do a part 2, guys. It's going to pop up on our Facebook and our YouTube, so you guys will be able to watch it. And then, we'll go right back live, and we'll keep